Chosen one, listen to me right now. I see the numbers that stalk your mind when the house finally goes quiet. The grocery total you try to predict before you hit the register. The rent date blinking red in the calendar app. The school fees that arrive like uninvited guests. The surprise bill that chooses the worst possible week to appear. I see the shoes your child outgrew overnight. The permission slip you almost forgot. The gaslight flirting with empty when the commute has no mercy. I see the lists you do not speak because you do not want to make fear real by giving it language. You call it being responsible. Heaven calls it the weight you were never meant to carry alone. Chosen one, your children are not evidence that you are behind. Hear me. They are not a verdict against you. They are evidence heaven is moving. They are the reason I am intervening, not the reason you are failing. Their needs have not exposed your lack. Their presence has revealed my agenda. Provision is not only about money. Provision is about covering and peace in the home. I am not merely sending supply. I am setting your house in order, so supply can land and stay. I am going to be precise with you because you do not have time for vague messages. This is not motivational noise. This is ordered shepherding for a parent whose heart is tired and whose mind is doing math at midnight. I am not here to shame you or to congratulate anxiety for its endurance. I am here to interrupt the cycle that steals your sleep and calls itself stewardship. Stop. Sit. Take one slow breath. Slow, not deep, because panic makes numbers look like prophecy. Again, slow, not deep. Let your shoulders lower without asking permission from your fear. The atmosphere in your home will follow the temperature of your chest. I am lowering it now. You are not in a punishment season. You are in a reordering season. The pressure has lied to you, telling you that if you were truly faithful, you would not feel what you feel. That is not truth. That is accusation wearing a stewardship mask. I am not shaming you. I am stabilizing you. I am drawing lines on a page that has been written over by urgency. I am erasing false deadlines and writing my order in their place. Chosen one, the silent arithmetic you perform in the dark does not make you irresponsible. It makes you caring. But care carried without covering becomes control, and control breeds panic, and panic drains recognition. When panic becomes your planner, you mistake every number for a narrative about your worth. That ends now. Your worth is not a spreadsheet. Your identity is not measured in due dates. You are not behind. You are being fathered. Hear me. Your children are not delays to your destiny. They are confirmations of your destiny's timing. Their laughter is an altar where I am building peace. Their needs are not holes. They are signals. Do you understand? When a baby cries, it is not proof that a mother failed. It is proof that life is present and calling for alignment. The cry in your house is not an indictment. It is a homing beacon for heaven's order. I am answering it. I am moving your life in a precise sequence. Peace first, so that your next decisions are guided, not fear-funded. Shame broken next, because shame clogs the door where provision would like to enter. Then covering over your choices, your relationships, your hidden leaks, so that what arrives is protected. Then the restoration of your recognition, so you can see and receive what I send, instead of stepping over it, while looking for something louder. I am telling you the sequence now, so you stop treating money as a messiah. Money follows order. Order follows peace. Take another slow breath. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the rise and fall. Say this with me, quietly, under your breath if you must. My home is covered. Again, my home is covered. I honor the tug of war inside you, the part that wants to believe and the part that resists, because disappointment has taught you to be cautious. I am not asking you to perform. I am asking you to agree with me. Agreement opens what anxiety bars. I have watched you cut corners on yourself to make room for everyone else. I have watched you eat standing up, work without pausing, smile for your children while your jaw is tight. I have watched you translate love into a ledger and then call the deficit your fault. Hear me with the tenderness you deny yourself. You are not failing. You are faithful, and I am making that faithfulness fruitful. I am turning your midnight math into morning manna. This will not be loud. It will be precise. The first sign will be the softening in your body as peace returns to the hallway of your home. No more calling yourself late. No more rehearsing, I should be further. That sentence is a thief. It steals recognition. It is not humility, it is harassment. I rebuke it over your head. You are right on time for what I am doing now. You are not late to my table. You are not an interruption to my plans. You are the plan. Your children are not evidence you missed a train. They are the train I am using to move your life to the platform where provision arrives on schedule. Stay with me. Slow, not deep. When the next surprise expense appears, it will not be proof that the sky is falling. It will be an opportunity to practice order instead of panic. Do not prophesy collapse over your house with your sighs. Speak cover. Speak peace. Invite wisdom to the table as if it were a person, because it is. I am wisdom, and I am sitting down in your kitchen now. I will teach you where the leaks are. I will show you why the numbers look the way they look without humiliating you. I will not rush you, but I will move you. Your children will feel the difference first. The yelling will lower. The pacing will stop. The laughter will last longer before a bill interrupts it. This is not fantasy, this is reordering. Let me father your finances by fathering your focus. Let me protect your home by protecting your hours. Let me guard your identity so provision has a place to land. Chosen one, lift your head. You are seen. You are held. You are in a reordering season. Your children are the banner, not the burden. I am with you in the checkout line, in the carpool lane, in the hallway at midnight when you step over a toy and try not to cry. I am not grading you. I am guiding you. Peace first. No shame in this house. Covering over your home. Recognition returning. Provision following. We begin now. Slow, not deep. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. I am putting my hand on the place where your chest tightens after the dishes are done, after the lights are off, after the last good night is whispered down the hallway, and every room seems quiet except the room in your head. This is where love turns into a ledger. This is where you smile at your child and calculate at the same time, teeth showing for them, teeth clenched for you. This is where you say, we're fine, because you do not want to transfer fear, but your stomach knots in the shape of a due date. This is where every ounce of their safety feels like it sits on your spine and you carry it like a sacred backpack that never comes off. I see you. Let me name the loop so the loop loses power. You check the bank app 3 times in a row, hoping the numbers will read you differently on the 3rd try. You scroll late at night for extra income, side gigs, anything, adding things to a cart you never intend to buy because pretending to have options makes your nervous system feel like it can breathe. You say yes to needs, then resent your own hunger because your needs feel like thieves. You catch yourself explaining your joy, apologizing for a coffee, canceling a haircut, delaying a dental appointment, calling it wisdom, when it's really fear wearing a steward's suit. Someone asks, "How are you?" And you feel the sting of a private shame because the truthful answer would take too long and feel too heavy, so you make a joke and move on. In the car, in the shower, at the stoplight, you rehearse speeches you will never give to bills that do not listen. You are not lazy. You are not ungrateful. You are not faithless. You are tired from caring without cover. Hear me as I sort what your fear has tangled. This is not laziness, it is love in overdrive. Not lack of faith, it is vigilance built from years of holding the line. Not God ignoring you, it is the stress frequency of responsibility filling the room and distorting the furniture. Under that frequency, prices look like prophecies of failure, and every small expense feels like a personal referendum. When the frequency is high, your perception is narrow. You miss blessings standing right next to you because panic tells your eyes where to look. That is why I am speaking now. I am not grading you for these patterns. I am guiding you out of them. Slow, not deep. Put your hand on your chest again. You are allowed to admit pressure without confessing ingratitude. You are allowed to say you are tired without suggesting your children are a burden. You are allowed to love them with your whole body and still acknowledge that your body has limits. You are allowed to be wise about numbers without worshiping them. You are allowed to say, I need a moment. And it is not a failure of love. It is the maintenance love requires to keep loving. Responsibility is holy, panic is not. Responsibility will keep you present, panic will make you perform. I am teaching you the difference. Chosen one, I will not shame you for calculating. I will quiet the calculator. I will not scold you for scrolling. I will give you a plan so your thumb can rest. I will not punish you for the resentment you feel toward your own needs. I will renew your dignity so you no longer see your needs as competition with your children's, but as part of how you protect them. A hungry, neglected parent cannot keep watch long. I am not asking you to stretch thinner. I am asking you to stand truer. The guilt you feel is not proof you are unfaithful. It is proof you care. It is proof you have carried a charge you were never meant to carry alone. And I am about to calm what responsibility has overstimulated. You have rehearsed a story that says, if I were really faithful, I wouldn't feel this fear. That story is a liar. Faith is not the absence of pulse. Faith is the choice you make while your pulse is loud. Faith is the way you have kept showing up, packing lunches, making calls, answering emails, encouraging little hearts even when your own needed a hand. I am measuring your faithfulness by your staying. Do you hear me? Not by the bank balance, not by the newness of your car, not by the number of trips you can afford. I measure by the altar you build every day when you say yes again in a hallway that no one claps for. I have seen every yes. I will not waste them. Let me be precise about the chemistry of this. The frequency of scarcity shrinks your vision to the next bill. The frequency of recognition widens your vision to see doors you could not see while you were bracing. Your body has been bracing. Your jaw, your shoulders, your sleep, they tell on you. You are not broken, you are braced. And I am unbracing you, not loud, not theatrical, one slow breath at a time. The ledger in your head has two columns, what I owe and what I am. You have been letting the first decide the value of the second. That is over. I am erasing the lie that your worth is a balanced due. When the question, how are you, comes again, I am giving you a new answer that does not betray your truth or your hope. You will say, held and being helped, because you are. The help is not only money, the help is peace. The help is cover over your decisions, so you do not leak energy on conversations that cost you clarity. The help is wisdom sitting down at your table before panic writes your next plan. The help is me. Chosen one, hear permission like rain. You are allowed to rest while the work is not finished. You are allowed to laugh before every line item is settled. You are allowed to grieve the life you imagined and bless the life you have without calling it failure. You are allowed to accept help without rehearsing apologies. You are allowed to say no to the thing that flatters your panic and yes to the thing that feeds your peace. You are allowed to be a parent who is learning. I do not need you to be a machine. I chose you as a heart. Take another slow breath. I am lowering the room. The next time you catch yourself doing the midnight math, I want you to interrupt the ledger with one sentence. My home is covered, not as performance, as alignment. Speak it softly. Then close the bank app, put the phone down, drink a little water, and let your body finish the exhale it has been holding for months. You are not irresponsible for doing this. You are responsible enough to know that braced people make braced decisions and covered people make wise ones. I am not far. I am not indifferent. I did not hand you children and then step back to see if you could swim. I am in the water with you. I am calming the current so you can feel the floor again. Your assignment remains, but your anxiety does not have to. Your love remains, but the ledger does not get to lead. Tonight, when you tuck them in, let go of the sentence that has stalked you. I should be further. Replace it with, we are being fathered. That is what is true. You are not failing me, you are following me. And as you follow, I will remove the static from your hearing so you can recognize the provision I am sending. Peace first. We are already moving. Slow, not deep. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. I am placing language in your hands that will change how you stand in your own hallway. Time has been bullying you. Let me expose the bully and reveal the window. There are two kinds of time moving through your house. Two words in the scriptures carry them. Chronos, the time of the clock, the calendar, the pay period, the due date. Kairos, the appointed time, the marked window, the opening you cannot manufacture and cannot recover if you miss it. Chronos is what your phone pushes at you with red circles and reminders. Kairos is what heaven releases to cover what the clock predicts. Chronos is when rent is due on the 1st, and the child's field trip is on the 10th, and the payroll hits on the 15th, and the auto draft sneaks on the 22nd. Chronos stacks. It fills your month with squares and tells your nervous system to sprint. It counts what you lack, precisely, loudly, repeatedly. Kairos does not argue with the clock. It outranks it. Kairos says, I have marked a window. Walk with me in order, and I will break the prophecy your panic has written with the numbers. Kairos is not fantasy. It is appointment. It is favor you could not schedule, alignment you could not force, and protection you did not even know to ask for until it arrived. Hear me. When the numbers do not add up, Chronos screams, danger. Kairos whispers, I have a window for you. Chronos rushes your decisions. Kairos slows your breathing. Chronos shoves you toward anything that looks like relief. Kairos leads you through what will actually keep you. Chronos says, fix it now at any cost. Kairos says, follow me in sequence and the cost will not be your peace. I am not here to make you deny the calendar. I am here to make you master it by recognizing the window I have set inside it. Take one slow breath. Slow, not deep. Your home does not have to become a battlefield just because your budget is tight. Repeat it inside. My home does not have to be a battlefield. Chronos will try to enlist you into a war with everyone you love. Snapping at a child because a bill shouted at you, withdrawing from your spouse or co-parent because shame sat in your throat, oversharing with the wrong person because fear needed an audience. That is the trap. Kairos covering unhooks you. Covering does not mean money fell out of the sky in an hour. Covering means peace in the bedrooms, sleep that returns, nightmares that loosen, children who feel the temperature drop, and stop carrying conversations that are not theirs. Covering means wisdom at the table, plans that are made calm, not on a wave, next steps that are humble and steady, ideas that come when laughter is allowed to sit with spreadsheets. Covering means unity in your marriage or co-parenting, honest sentences without accusation, shared pressure without blame, decisions made like a team under one roof, even if the relationship has history. It means favor in conversations, emails answered kindly, a manager unexpectedly flexible, a teacher extending grace, a landlord choosing to listen, a friend remembering you at the right time without you performing need. Covering is restraint from fear-driven choices, the pause that saves you from signing what drains you, the gentle no to the gig that flatters panic but taxes your soul, the wisdom to buy rice and quiet instead of gadgets and guilt. Covering is the spirit putting his hand over leaks you cannot see and saying, "We will fix that line in time, but for now, peace over this pipe." Chosen one, listen to how Kairos moves in your real life. It looks like this. The urge to text someone you should not for help quiets, and instead a different message rises to the right person with the right words at the right hour. It looks like a child sleeping through again after weeks of interrupted nights, and you thinking it is random when I am saying, "I covered the room so your body can repair." It looks like remembering a subscription you can cancel, not in panic, but with clarity and feeling dignity return when the small leak closes. It looks like a conversation at work shifting and the project you needed moves 2 weeks, creating breathing room Kronos did not advertise. It looks like a meal at your door exactly on the night your brain wanted to order shame with the takeout. These are not accidents, they are appointments. They are Kairos fingerprints on a house I am calming. Do not confuse quiet with small. Under Kairos, what is quiet is often what is king. A calm tone saves $100 in relational fallout. A delayed purchase keeps a door open later that an impulse would have shut. A softened face toward your co-parent shifts the co-labor that children feel in their bones. A prayer whispered over door frames reclassifies the hallway from a highway of stress to a corridor of sleep. This is covering. This is me, moving before the deposit, proving to you that the house can be safe before the numbers change. Kronos counts what you lack. Kairos releases what I appointed, and I have appointed cover to reach you now. Take another slow breath. Slow, not deep. Place your hand on your chest and feel how it obeys. Panic writes curses into the air of a home. Peace writes permission. When you decide, our bedrooms are for sleep and blessing, not budgeting. You are not being irresponsible. You are aligning with Kairos. When you say, "We will talk about money at the table with water poured and time respected," you are not avoiding, you are governing. When you step away from a conversation that escalates because the clock is loud, you are not quitting, you are protecting the gate. That gate is your recognition. If recognition stays open, provision recognizes where to land. Chosen one, I am going to be precise because the sequence matters. I do not stabilize a home by accident. I stabilize in order. Door 1 opens peace so your next moves are guided, not fear-funded. Door 2 breaks shame so your hands can receive without flinching. Door 3 places covering over decisions, relationships, and hidden leaks, so what arrives stays. After that, I restore your recognition so you can see what I send and stop stepping over it while looking for something louder. Provision follows order, and order follows peace. We are not skipping steps. We are walking through them together. You are not failing because Kronos is loud this month. You are learning to let Kairos lead. You are not less spiritual because you know your due dates by heart. You are becoming more aligned because you are letting me write the appointments. Your calendar cannot. You are not reckless for choosing calm before you choose the next hustle. You are obedient. You are wise. You are letting covering enter before cash multiplies, so when the increase comes, it has rooms to rest in. Stay with me. Slow, not deep. Say it once more under your breath. My home is covered. Let that sentence be the doorway sound. Let it move through bedrooms, ride the stairwell, sit at the table, reach the front door. You will feel the shift. Do not explain it away. Do not apologize for it. This is me fathering your hours so your days stop dragging you like a river. The clock will keep ticking. Let it. I am setting your house inside a window, and in this window, panic does not lead. Peace leads. Shame does not narrate. Wisdom speaks. Cover stretches its wings across your roof. We move to the doors next. We will walk them in order. I am with you in every step. Slow, not deep. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. You have been asking for confirmation, and I will not leave you to guess. Heaven does not move vaguely. Heaven leaves fingerprints. I am going to be precise with you because you do not have time for fog. You are inside a provision window, and there are signs that have been visiting you. Quiet, repeatable, measurable. They are not symptoms of collapse. They are markers that I am guiding you into provision and peace. If you recognize them, I want you to whisper, I see it, not as performance, but as agreement. Agreement opens what panic bars. First, your sleep has shifted. You have been waking at odd hours, 3 o'clock, 4:15, 4:44, eyes open before the alarm, with a mind that feels heavy and a chest that wants to sigh. Hear me, this is not insomnia, it is alertness. Your spirit is listening because a decision is near. Under Chronos, those hours feel like punishment. Under Kairos, they are invitations. The window is thin then. Do not argue with it. Do not flood it with a screen. Place a small notebook within reach. When you wake, place your hand on your chest, slow, not deep, and ask one question, soft, what do you want me to notice? Write the first sentence that arrives without judging it. Then return to sleep under the sentence, not under the stress. I am not trying to exhaust you. I am trying to get you out of the noise so I can put a thread in your hand that you will pull in the morning. Some of you have already experienced it, the clarity at 4:44 that disappears by 10:30 if you do not capture it. That is why I am telling you now. The heavy mind is not a curse. It is me moving weight from your anxiety into language. You are not breaking, you are being briefed. Second, your emotions have been moving like tides. Sudden tenderness that makes you want to kiss your child's hair and breathe them in. Then sudden irritability that surprises you. Tears that come while you load the dishwasher or fold laundry. A softness where you were hard, and a rawness where you were numb. Hear me, this is not instability, it is thawing. Scarcity taught you to clamp, to minimize needs, to treat laughter like a luxury. I am melting what panic froze. Tears right now are not a loss of control. They are the release of control. They are water returning to places that cracked. Do not apologize for the tenderness. It is not weakness, it is weather shifting. Your heart is remembering its original size. And in that size, wisdom can sit down again. Let the waves pass through without building a case against yourself. When you feel the heat rise, step away for 60 seconds and breathe. Slow, not deep. Say quietly, my home is covered. The tide will obey. You are not moody. You are mending. Third, you have felt an unusual sensitivity to small spending. A $5 coffee suddenly feels loud. A tiny impulse buy stings in a way it did not last month. You put an item in the cart and then remove it with a pinch of guilt you cannot explain. Hear me, this is not stinginess. It is discernment being rebuilt. I am retraining your relationship to enough. Scarcity wants you to swing between deprivation and splurge, shame and soothe. Covering teaches you steady. I am not asking you to vow poverty. I am teaching you to name sufficiency. Sometimes the pause is wealth. Sometimes saying, not now, is how you keep the door open for yes, later, without debt riding it. And sometimes the small joy is strategic. I may nudge you to buy the coffee on the day you need to mark, life is more than bills inside your body. The key is not guilt. The key is guidance. Ask, is this peace or panic? If it is peace, receive it without apology. If it is panic, let it pass and bless your restraint. Either way, shame has no voice here. You are not cheap, you are choosing clarity over clatter. Fourth, patterns have been colliding. The same topic keeps showing up. Housing conversations surfacing 3 different ways in 1 week. A school option being mentioned by separate people who do not know each other. A job posting that mirrors a comment you heard 2 days ago. A budgeting tool appearing again after you scrolled past it last month. A thought about moving returning after you tried to bury it. Hear me. This is not coincidence. It is direction. Heaven repeats what you keep avoiding. I am gentle, but I am persistent. When I want you to see a door, I will light it from multiple angles. The repetition is not to nag you. It is to free you from the lie that you are making it up. Pay attention to the cluster, not the volume. 3 mentions in 7 days is a map. Write it down without dramatizing. Ask 3 questions. What decision needs attention inside this window? Who needs to be in the room with me when I consider it? What do I already know that I keep pretending I don't? Do not rush to action at midnight. Awareness first, peace first, then steps. I am not driving you, I am drawing you. Fifth, your protective instincts have intensified. You feel a sudden urge to clean, to organize, to simplify, to clear counters, to empty a drawer that has mocked you for months, to gather the mail into one place, to put a small basket by the door for keys, so mornings stop arguing with you. Hear me, this is not compulsion, it is nesting. I am preparing your environment for a new level of stability. Provision respects prepared space. Clutter is not moral failure, it is often the residue of running. But in this window, I am slowing you to see surfaces again. When you make a bed, wipe a table, light a candle at dinner, set a stack of bills on one shelf instead of 5, you are not just tidying, you are placing authority back where panic scattered it. There is a reason you feel the itch to thin the closet, to bag up what quietly accuses you every morning, to move furniture a few inches so flow returns. You are building a landing zone. Order is how peace holds the door so provision can find it. Do one small thing at a time, one bag, one drawer, one surface, and bless it. Do not weaponize order against yourself with, I should have done this earlier. You are doing it now because the window is open now. That is obedience, not delay. Chosen one, hear the refrain that breaks the lie. You are not losing it, you are being guided. The sleep interruptions, the emotional waves, the sensitivity to small spending, the pattern collisions, the nesting instinct. These are not signs you are coming apart. They are signs you are being assembled. They are verification, not verdict. They tell you that Kairos has entered Chronos, that I am fathering your hours and framing your days. If you recognize 2 of these, you are inside the window. If you recognize 3 or more, you are standing in the hallway with the 3 doors I told you about. Do not be afraid of the hallway. Hallways are for breathing and deciding, not for doubting who you are. Take one more slow breath. Slow, not deep. Place your hand on your chest and say softly, I see it. My home is covered. Let that sentence rinse any shame that tried to attach to these signs. Shame will try to convince you that awareness means failure. No, awareness means authority is returning. Peace is not passivity. It is the power that stops you from paying fear taxes on every choice. This is why sequence matters. Before we chase external fixes, we will calm the house internally. Daughter 1 opens first, peace first, because provision will not stay where panic lives. I am lowering the volume in your rooms so wisdom can hear its own voice again. I am placing guardrails on your decisions so urgency does not drive the car. I will break the curse of I should be further, but first I will let you sleep like someone who knows they are being kept. You asked me for a sign. I gave you 5. Do not argue with the comfort, receive it. Do not rush ahead to fix what peace is already fixing. We will walk to the first door together now. No striving, no show, just order returning to a house that I love. Stay with me, slow, not deep. Chosen one, stay with me, slow, not deep. We are at the first door, peace first, because provision will not stay where panic lives. Hear the sequence law like a handrail under your palm. I stabilize the nervous system before I expand the bank account, not because I am cruel, but because panic spends what peace would have saved. Panic agrees to terms that dignity would have declined. Panic teaches children a religion of fear they never needed to learn. If I place increase on a shaking table, it will spill. If I pour it into a still bowl, it will fill and remain. This is why I am not rushing you to the numbers. I am resting you in order. Wherever you are, do this with me now. Take one slow breath, not deep, slow. Unclench your jaw. Notice your tongue. Let it fall from the roof of your mouth. Drop your shoulders 2 inches. Place your hand over your chest. Feel how your body obeys the gentlest cue. Say softly, "My home is covered." Again, quieter, as if you are finishing a prayer you started years ago. This is how we interrupt the adrenaline loop. We stop the stampede before it tramples your wisdom. You will not touch the budget until you touch your breath. You will not send the message until you have lowered your shoulders. You will not make a promise born from apology, not in this window, not at this door. I know the trigger that threatens to push you through the wrong opening, the fear that your children will go without and remember you as the parent who couldn't. That fear paints pictures of field trip missed, a shoe brand compared, a birthday thinner than you wanted, a look on their face you vowed never to see on your watch. Hear me. I am editing that memory before it is written. Your legacy is not shortage. Your legacy is love under pressure. Your children will not remember the invoice dates. They will remember your eyes. They will remember that even when Kronos yelled, you did not make the house its echo chamber. They will remember laughter at a small table, the way you blessed a simple meal, the calm that tucked them in, the way you said, "We are being fathered," and meant it. I am guarding their memory from fear and guarding your story from shame. I will not let you make a covenant with fear. Not with your mouth, not with your money, not with your schedule. Fear loves contracts. 24-month plans signed at midnight. Subscriptions you do not use because panic needed to feel proactive. Loans with teeth. Favors owed to people your spirit does not trust. The invisible vow, I will always be behind. We break those altars at this door. How? By refusing to worship the rush. By enthroning peace as your first move every time the numbers bark. The first move is not the call. The first move is not the purchase. The first move is stillness. So I am giving you a simple practice that will feel like a small thing and function like a fortress. For the next 7 days before any financial decision, sit in 60 seconds of quiet. Set a timer, phone face down, both feet on the floor, one hand on your chest. Unclench, drop, soften. Breathe slow, not deep. Whisper, "My home is covered." Ask one question, is this peace or panic? Do not answer with your head, let your body answer. If it is panic, we wait. If it is peace, we proceed. If clarity comes in a different shape than you expected, smaller step, kinder tone, delayed response, honor it. Write the words "peace decides" on a small paper and place it where you make decisions. This is not superstition. This is governance. This is how you put a chair for peace at your table. And there are boundaries that protect the practice. For 7 days, you will make no midnight commitments. For 7 days, you will send no message in the first 45 seconds after a surge. For 7 days, you will not say yes because you feel you have to apologize for needing. For 7 days, you will not open the bank app before you have taken 3 slow breaths. These are not rules to prove your holiness. They are rails, so your car does not drive off the ridge when fog suddenly covers the road. Kairos is not asking you to be superhuman. Kairos is asking you to be sequenced. Watch what happens when peace enters you before you decide. Conversations shift. A call you were braced to make lands on softer ground because your voice did not carry the crackle of desperation. The person on the other end hears dignity and responds to it. A payment plan appears that was not visible under adrenaline's tunnel. A small fee is waived because your tone made it easy to say yes. A new option walks into your periphery because the stress frequency that was narrowing your sight has been lowered. Children sense it first. Their bodies are radar. A sigh you release at the sink travels the hallway and unclenches small jaws. Co-parents feel it too. Blame has less oxygen when peace is in the room. You think this is circumstantial. It is spiritual. Heaven honors a calm gait. Chosen one, take another slow breath. Slow, not deep. You are stepping through door one now. Peace first. This is not theatrical peace that pretends. This is structural peace that builds. It is the difference between wiping a window and reinforcing a wall. I am staying with you while you practice. When you reach for the phone in a flare, you will feel my hand gentle, lowering yours for 1 minute, not to deny reality, but to change your posture toward it. And in that posture, you will hear me clearer. Not that message, not that lender. Ask this question. Try tomorrow at 10. Bring water to the table. Invite wisdom, not panic, to cosign. You have asked me to enlarge your provision. I am answering by enlarging your calm, because what you keep with peace will be more than what you catch with panic. This is not punishment, it is preparation. It is how I ensure that when increase arrives, it stays and serves. Not rules and runs. Calm first, then clarity. Clarity, then covering. Covering, then cash that does not cost your soul. Place your hand on your chest once more. Say softly, held and being helped. Again, my home is covered. Feel the permission in that sentence. Let it rinse the humiliation you have carried when you felt small in the face of big numbers. You are not small, you are aligned. And aligned people steward differently. Aligned people hear options that braced people cannot. Aligned people raise children who inherit faith, not fear. Peace has entered you, now it will enter your rooms. The air changes when the guardian changes, and when the air has changed, we are ready for door 2. Shame does not live where peace governs. The curse of I should be further loses its teeth in a house that has decided to breathe. Next, I will break that curse at its root so your hands can receive without flinching. But for today, for these 7 days, honor the window with stillness. 60 seconds before every decision. Slow, not deep. I am with you in every breath. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. We are at the second door. The air has changed because peace is seated. And now we break the curse that keeps your hands shaking even when help is at the door. Hear me with the same breath you just learned to honor. No shame in this house. Shame blocks receiving. When shame leaves your home, peace and provision have room to settle. I am going to be precise with you because shame loves fog. It hides in familiar sentences that sound like wisdom but feel like a choke. I am pulling the mask off now. The hidden belief has been whispering every night, and sometimes it speaks in your voice. If I were better, we wouldn't be here. It dresses like responsibility, but it is shame. It says, a good parent would have prevented this. It says, if I had worked harder, been smarter, planned sooner, we wouldn't be counting. And then it punishes you for caring, accusing you with the very love that drove you to try. Hear me. That belief is a liar. Not this, but that. This is not a moral failure. This is a season of reordering. Systems are being rebuilt. Support is being placed. Strategy is being clarified. Timing is being redeemed. Chronos says, too late. Kairos says, right on time. Not failure, reordering, not flaw, alignment. I know the file folder in your mind where you keep every misstep. Impulse buys you wish you could undo. Months you thought you would get ahead and did not. A job you stayed in too long. A person you trusted who did not guard you. Shame takes that folder and pretends it is your name. It is not. You are not your backlog. You are not your balance. You are not the look on a cashier's face that one afternoon when a card stuttered. You are mine, and I am not ashamed to be seen with you at the counter, in the bank lobby, at the kitchen table, counting envelopes and options. I will not make you atone for needing me. I am your father, not your lender. Breathe again. Slow, not deep. Let me place language in your mouth that will disarm the curse. Say softly, I am allowed to need help. Again, quieter. I am allowed to start again. One more. I am allowed to say no. Permission is not cheating. It is covenant. Shame says, earn it alone. Covenant says, receive what love brings. You are allowed to ask a trusted friend to watch the kids so you can think for an hour. You are allowed to ask the co-parent for a schedule that protects sanity, not just convenience. You are allowed to use resources offered to you without paying for them with humiliation. You are allowed to pause automatic generosity that is really people-pleasing disguised as spirituality. You are allowed to tell family, not this month, without attaching a paragraph of apology. You are allowed to stop sponsoring other people's denial with your grocery budget. This is not hardness of heart. This is protecting the oil that keeps the lamp lit for your children. I'm going to cut a cord you have been too polite to cut. There are financial leaks wearing friendly faces, an uncle who just needs a spot, a group chat that guilts you into chipping in for every celebration, a cousin who brings their chaos to your door because your peace is warm, a subscription you keep because someone said it made you look successful, a pattern of over-giving at birthdays because you are trying to heal your own. Hear me, you are not obligated to light a fire that burns your own table. Not this, but that. Not guilt-fueled giving, covenant-guided giving. Not crowd approval, house protection. Not performance, provision. Tell the truth kindly. I love you. I cannot do that right now. And do not offer an explanation that invites debate. Let your no be a gate, not a hallway to wear you down. This is me teaching you the sentences that stop bleeding. To the parents carrying comparison like a stone in the mouth, listen to your father. You see the vacation photos, the themed birthdays, the new cars in the school lot, the fast fashion that shows up in classrooms like a parade. Shame grabs your throat. I should be further. Hear me. You do not see their debt. You do not see their extra help. You do not see the strained words in their kitchen when the statement arrives. You do not see the invisible costs to their attention when appearances become the idol that eats dinner. I am writing your story in integrity. Integrity may look slower on the outside, but it is swifter on the inside. It builds without termites. It does not mortgage tomorrow's laughter for today's applause. Your children do not need a catalog of experiences to be loved. They need the stable temperature you are choosing. They need your eyes when you say grace over a simple plate. They need to watch you decide calmly that you will not buy affection with gadgets, nor trade quiet for crowds because shame made noise. I am training your house to prefer presence over spectacle. Chosen one, shame has tried to call itself humility. It is not. Shame says, I do not deserve to receive. Humility says, I receive and I steward. Shame flinches when good things arrive and looks for the angle that proves, this is too much for me. Humility blesses the gift and asks for wisdom to multiply it. Shame lives in apology. Humility lives in gratitude. I am not raising an apologetic provider. I am raising a grateful, wise one. You are not a beggar in your own story. You are a builder under covering. Take a slow breath. Slow, not deep. As you inhale, imagine the sentence that has stalked you. I should be further, leaving the house like smoke when a window opens. Watch it go. It has had tenancy for too long without paying rent. I am going to give you 3 small actions that puncture shame's shell. First, bless what is already here. Put your hand on the fridge and say, "Thank you for this." Put your hand on the sleeping child's back and say, "Thank you for this." Put your hand on the stack of bills and say, "Thank you that we will handle these in peace." Gratitude reclassifies rooms. Second, speak your needs in clear sentences to one safe person. Not a speech, a sentence. I need 2 hours on Thursday. I need help with drop-off. I need to borrow a tool, not money. Needs revealed without drama are needs that can be met without debt. Third, stop apologizing for adjustments that keep your house sane. If the party is too expensive, attend and bring presents, not pressure. If the drive burns more gas than you have in budget, offer a rain check without shame. Your values are not insults. And because I am precise, I will address the memory that shame uses like a spear. The time you spent on something that did not return, the person you loved who did not keep promises, the idea that cost and did not break open. Hear me. Not proof you are foolish, proof you are generous. That generosity will be harnessed by wisdom now. You are not punished for attempting. You are refined by trying. The lesson you paid for is not a scarlet letter. It is a credential you will use to protect your house. Do not let shame rename your tuition as failure. I want you to do something with me, not as performance, as covenant. Type 2 words. No shame. Whisper them as you type. No shame. This is not for an audience. This is for your own spirit. You are signing a contract at the second door. You are agreeing that in this house, love will not be taxed by humiliation. In this house, effort will not be mocked by what-ifs. In this house, provision will not be blocked by refusal to receive help when help is holy. When you seal that sentence, you are making a home for peace to sit down and for wisdom to hear itself think. Now, listen for the order I am setting. Door 1 teaches you to breathe before you choose. Door 2 removes the hand that used to slap the gift away. Peace first, then shame broken. With peace seated and shame silenced, there is room for the third move. Cover the home. Cover does not arrive as a thunderclap of cash alone, though I am not limited in how I provide. Cover arrives as wise boundaries that turn off the taps you could not see, as relational alignment that keeps you from paying for what is not yours, as decisions protected from charm and pressure. We will set those boundaries next, over decisions, over relationships, over hidden leaks, so what arrives can remain. Take one more slow breath. Slow, not deep. Put your hand on your chest and say, "No shame in this house." Again, I am allowed to be helped. Feel the difference inside your ribs. The room just widened, the ceiling lifted. This is the second door opening under your feet. Walk through it without apologizing. Leave the sentence, "I should be further on the threshold," like a coat you do not take into the next room. You are not behind, you are being aligned, and aligned ones receive without flinching so they can pour without fear. I am with you. We move now toward covering. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. We are at the third door. Cover the home. This is not a thunderclap of cash tossed at chaos. This is a roof laid over your decisions, walls set around your relationships, gates installed where leaks once flowed without challenge. Covering is not just money arriving, it is wisdom governing. It is favor in your words. It is restraint at your fingertips. It is peace in children's beds. It is honor between partners when numbers try to make enemies. I am going to be precise with you because you do not have time for vague covering. Let me define it in layers so you can hear where I am placing materials. Layer 1. Wisdom in contracts. You will not sign what you cannot explain, simply read it out loud. If your body tenses as the clauses bend, stop. If your jaw tightens at introductory, variable, early termination, restocking, balloon, step back. Not fear, discernment. Covering is the courage to say, I will review and respond tomorrow at 10, even when urgency is pushed across the table like an invoice. If a deal wilts when you ask for time, it is a leak dressed as opportunity. You are allowed to send a screenshot to wise counsel. You are allowed to ask for the terms in writing. You are allowed to ask, where are the fees if I need to pause? Wisdom does not apologize for reading what affects a roof. Layer 2. Restraint from impulse spending. Peace has given you a gate. Now use it. I am placing a boundary that will feel like a small fence and function like a fortress. Do not make new financial promises while you are emotionally flooded. Flooded looks like tight throat, hot face, fast scroll, quick yes, breath high in the chest. Flooded looks like I'll fix it right now with a card in your hand. Here is your house rule for this window. A 24-hour delay on all new commitments above a number you and I will choose together. Pick it, write it, honor it. If your voice is trembling or your heart is racing, you do not promise. If you are apologizing as you agree, you do not promise. If the ask comes after 7 p.m., you do not promise. The morning light is covering. Night magnifies lack. Day returns proportion. Do not let midnight urgency mortgage your afternoon dignity. Layer 3. Favor in conversations. Covering is not silence. It is speech under wisdom. You will call providers in peace and ask for what panic could not see. You will say, is there a hardship program? You will say, what can we do to keep this account in good standing while honoring our real numbers? You will ask for the fee to be reviewed. You will request the due date to be shifted to the day income lands. You will do this not with begging but with dignity. Favor recognizes the sound of a calm gate. People will surprise you when you make it easy for them to say yes. Write 2 sentences now to keep in your notes and read them before you dial. I'm calling to seek a reasonable path that works for both of us. Could you walk me through the most merciful option available? This is not manipulation. This is your Father teaching you how provision often arrives, wrapped in ordinary kindness. Layer 4. Guard children from absorbing anxiety. Covering is a thermostat, not a mask. You do not lie. You set a temperature. Budgeting happens away from bedtime ears. Whispered arguments do not happen in hallways that carry sound into small pillows. If a surge rises at 8:30, you shelf it till morning. Say, we will talk at 10 a.m. in peace. In front of children, you bless what is present. Look at this meal, covered. Look at these shoes, covered. Look at this ride to school, covered. Their bodies learn policy by the phrases you repeat. If a question comes, are we okay? You do not hand them Chronos panic. You hand them Kairos assurance. We are being fathered. We are in order. We are okay. Your house is learning a language that will outlive this month. Layer 5. Shield the marriage, the partnership, the co-parenting bond from blame. Money pressure will try to put horns on the person you love and a halo on panic. It will say, they are the reason. It will count their coffees and forget your online cart. It will weaponize receipts. Not in this house. Hear your Father. You are fighting a season, not each other. Institute the unity ritual before any numbers conversation. Touch hands for 10 seconds and breathe slow, not deep. Say aloud, both of you, we are on the same side, 3 times. Then set a frame. 15 minutes, 2 items, no always, no never, no archaeology of old months. Start with gratitude, then needs, then next step. If you feel the flood rising, use a safe word, pause, honor it, return in 24 hours. Unity is not denial. It is deciding that love sets the terms of the talk, not adrenaline. If you are solo parenting, do this ritual with God. Place your hand on your heart and say, I am not alone at this table, 3 times. Now, the leaks. We close them without humiliation. I will name them so they lose their camouflage. Guilt spending to compensate for time you wish you had given. Buying extras to hush your apology. Not this, but that. Apologize with presents, not purchases. A walk beats a widget. Rescuing others while your house is bleeding. Spot me. I'll pay you Friday. You're the strong one. Not this, but that. Help in wisdom, not in ways that collapse your own table. If you must say yes, set a clear boundary and a date. If you cannot say, I love you, not this month. Avoiding hard conversations with landlords, clients, bosses, the school. Avoidance accumulates fees that truth would have prevented. You will speak early, plain, kind. Subscriptions that seemed small but multiply. Review autopays today. Choose 3 to cancel. If you do not remember the login, that is a sign. Small habits with big shadows. Delivery fees that add up. Add-ons at checkout. Cart padding to reach free shipping. Coffees that carry your rush. Late night scrolling that buys a feeling that lasts 8 minutes. Unspoken expectations. Who pays for family gatherings? How often you contribute to group gifts? How far you drive for every event? Speak it, write it, agree it. Unspoken drains become spoken gates. I am also covering your decisions with a practical pause protocol. When a choice appears, contract, commitment, purchase, quick favor, run it through 4 questions. 1. Is this peace or panic? 2. Does this protect or perform? 3. Will this still make sense in daylight? 4. What does it cost my next 7 days? If you cannot answer without heat in your throat, you are not ready to decide. Place it under the 24-hour rule. This is not fear, this is covenant. Kairos moves fast in spirit and patient in practice. The window is holy, the order is safety. Relationally, I am handing you sentences that block shame and blame from entering your marriage or partnership. Use them as shields. I felt scared and said yes too fast. I want to correct that. I am not against you, I am against the leak. Help me find it. Can we pick a number that triggers our 24-hour rule? I need us to win quietly, not perform loudly. To the one who manages the budget, you are not a warden, you are a gardener. To the one who spends more spontaneously, you are not a child, you are a contributor. Speak honor both ways. People protected, protect. Chosen one, take a slow breath. Slow, not deep. Feel how covering is arriving before numbers shift. The roof is going on while the rain still falls. This is how I move. Chronos counts what you lack. Kairos releases what I appointed. A covered house can sleep under clouds. A covered house does not sprint to buy calm. It receives calm and buys in wisdom. You are learning the difference. And because I keep you inside Scripture's rhythm, hear the pattern that will carry us into the next movement. Short, intense windows have always been how I realign households. Esther did not march on a throne because she had a windfall. She fasted, she ordered, she timed her words, and a nation was covered. Her wisdom was a roof. Jonah did not receive a deposit in the dark. He received direction. In the belly, he remembered who sent him and why. Alignment opened the city's provision, not punishment, placement, not chaos, correction. I am bringing those archetypes to your kitchen and your commute, because the tight spaces you resist are the very rooms where covering is fashioned and fastened. Before we step into those stories, seal today's door. Put your hand on your chest. Say softly, covered in order. Again, we are on the same side. One more. No promises while flooded. Feel the gates close where they were left open. Hear the leaks go quiet. Watch how favor meets clarity when you speak in peace. This is the third door. Protection over choices, protection over relationships, protection over hidden leaks. Let the roof settle. Let the walls stand. Let the gate lock with a gentle click you can feel in your ribs. I am with you. We will walk into the tight spaces together, and you will discover that covering is not a ceiling that keeps you small. It is the shelter under which recognition grows. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. We are stepping into the tight spaces where alignment is fashioned. Not the stage, not the feed, not the meeting. The kitchen light at 6:10 a.m. as oatmeal steams and backpacks wait. The car at 4:37 p.m. in the school loop while you answer one email and breathe through another bill. These are the rooms where I do my finest reordering. You have called them small. I call them holy. Esther first. Before she walked into a room where a scepter could have meant death, she entered a room where no one saw her but me. 3 days, not of panic, but of ordered stillness. She was not strategizing 10,000 contingencies. She was quieting 10,000 voices so one sentence could land in her mouth at the right moment. She arranged banquets. Yes, but understand the deeper thing. She arranged her inner table first. She timed her words. She held her nerve. She did not break sequence. She did not sprint past peace to petition. She fasted, then she spoke. Order, then favor. Translate it, chosen one, right into your kitchen. Before you call the company, you fast from frantic. Before you open the app, you fast from apology. This fast may look like 15 minutes with the kettle on, hands around a mug, and a simple sentence repeated till your pulse lowers, peace first. This fast may be choosing to prepare lunches at night, so mornings do not demand purchases you cannot afford. It may be writing the 2 sentences of that favor call and taping them to the fridge. I'm seeking a path that works for both of us. What is the most merciful option? Do you see it? Private alignment before public provision. Small obediences that reposition favor. The pantry prayer you whisper when you stretch a meal is not beneath me. It is where I lean in. The email you do not send at midnight is not delay. It is accuracy. The boundary you set with a gentle, "We'll discuss at 10 a.m." is not withholding. It is wisdom making room for favor to sit down. Esther's courage was not theatrical. It was timed. She did not hurl herself at the first opening. She created one by honoring sequence. Doctor 1, peace first. Door 2, shame broken so her voice could carry without trembling. Door 3, covering expressed as a plan. And the plan held because the person holding it was not shaking. I am doing that in you, in your kitchen, with your calendar, with the words I am teaching your mouth. Now Jonah. The belly was not punishment. It was the only space dark enough for remembering. Hear that clearly. I did not put him there to humiliate him. I placed him there to quiet the weather that had been hired to shout at his conscience. In that small, pressurized chamber, identity came back to him. I remembered the Lord. He did not earn oxygen by apologizing more. He returned to assignment by surrendering faster, not groveling, aligning. And when alignment landed, the transport opened. Translate it, chosen one, into your commute, into your bathroom break behind a locked door, into the 5 minutes when your child finally naps and you sit on the edge of the bed with both hands empty. The tight place you are in with money is not me rejecting you. It is me stripping false naming that has stalked you for years. That provider equals worth. That constant motion equals safety. That panic is the only honest response to pressure. Not this, but that. Not punishment, placement, not chaos, correction. The car becomes a chapel when you exhale shame and inhale assignment. The line at the pharmacy becomes an altar when you decide, I will not buy calm, I will receive it and spend in wisdom. The belly is any space where your hustle can't pretend to be your help. I hear your fear. If I slow down, we'll sink. Listen to your Father. Slowing down in God is not delay, it is accuracy. Accuracy prevents expensive mistakes. Accuracy returns the fee you would have paid to hurry. Accuracy says no to the contract with the hidden clause because you gave yourself a day and the Spirit highlighted the line. Accuracy keeps you from doubling an expense to soothe a feeling that would pass with a walk. Accuracy answers the child with presence so you do not try to purchase a memory with interest. Accuracy does not waste gas driving to impress people who will not pay your late fee. When you consent to the belly's stillness, you exit with a map, not just momentum, and a map is money saved in advance. Chosen one, take one slow breath, slow, not deep. Hear me naming the progression that makes provision sustainable. Peace first. That is Esther's inner table, her fast, her timing, no shame. That is Jonah remembering me instead of punishing himself, dropping the lie that his value is his velocity. Cover the home. That is Esther's sequence and Jonah's vow, held as house rules that protect your tomorrow from today's flood. When you honor that order, what arrives can remain. Provision without alignment is like rain on a roofless house. It wets for a moment and ruins by morning. Alignment builds the roof while the rain still falls. You have already begun to notice this. On days you move fast from fear, the numbers look worse by night. On days you begin with breath and boundaries, the same numbers feel ordered and new options appear. An email you had not seen, a neighbor's offer, a fee forgiven, a simple idea that reduces 3 errands to 1. That is not coincidence, that is recognition, and recognition is what I am restoring next. Stay with me. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague improvements. There is a 2-stage restoration I am walking you through. First, we quiet the scarcity frequency, the stress signal that has your decisions breathing too fast to hear me. Then, we restore the recognition frequency, the inner knowing that sees doors open when they open and does not apologize for walking through. Calm first, then clarity. That is the order. But before we cross that threshold, I want your mouth to agree with me in the tight place you currently inhabit. Put your hand on the wheel if you are parked, on the counter if you are in the kitchen, on your chest if you are between rooms, and say, soft and steady, this space is not punishment. This space is placement. Again, slower. Slowing is accuracy. Accuracy protects provision. One more. I remember the Lord. Feel how your ribs make more room with those words. That is alignment beginning. Esther in the kitchen is you choosing silence over scroll for 10 minutes. So your requests are timed, not tossed. Jonah in the car is you choosing breath over bargaining. So your identity is son or daughter, not debtor. Esther is you arranging your day so favor can find a seat. Jonah is you letting me turn the vehicle while the world thinks you are stalled. Both are me. Both are mercy. Both are the way I protect you from costs you do not need to pay. And when you hear the argument rise, but if I don't move now, we will miss it. Remember the window we are in. Kairos does not need your adrenaline to open, it needs your attention to see. The appointed time is not helped by flailing, it is honored by sequence. The door that matters does not respond to panic, it responds to peace, to a shame-free heart, to a covered home. That is why I brought you into these tight spaces, not to shrink you, but to shape you into a vessel that can carry what is coming without leaking what has arrived. Take one more slow breath. Slow, not deep. You are not losing time by sitting with me. You are saving years by not repeating yesterday's cycle. You are not failing your children by reducing velocity. You are fathering and mothering them by increasing accuracy. In a moment, I will lay out the two-stage shift so you can feel the difference in your body and see the difference in your mailbox. For now, let the kitchen be a chapel. Let the car be a sanctuary. Let the tightness be the tool. Alignment first, provision that remains next. I am with you in the small rooms. I am not ashamed to meet you there. And when we rise, we move together, peace leading, shame gone, covering set, eyes trained to recognize the door the moment it opens. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. I am going to be precise with you because you do not have time for vague improvement. This is the two-stage shift that changes how your house feels and how your mailbox looks. Calm first, then clarity. We are deactivating the stress signal that narrows your vision, and we are reactivating the recognition frequency that lets you see doors when they open. Sequence matters. Door 1 made this possible. Door 2 kept your hands open. Door 3 gave you a roof. Now we adjust the signal inside the house so provision can be recognized, received, and retained. Stage 1. Deactivate the stress signal. Hear me. Chronic pressure shrinks your choices. When your body is braced, your eyes stop scanning for options and lock onto threats. You do not negotiate when your throat is tight. You submit. You do not remember skills when your jaw is clenched. You forget. You do not schedule wisely when your breath is in your shoulders. You sprint and spill. This is not a lack of faith. This is a physiology I designed for danger, misapplied to decisions that need wisdom. You were not too unspiritual to see the opening. You were overwhelmed. Overwhelm hides doors. I am going to restore what overwhelm hid. So we institute the 60-second pause ritual as law in your house for this window, not suggestion. Law that loves you. When a bill pings, when a text requests money, when your mind starts racing, fix it now. You do this sequence. Sit or plant both feet. One hand on your chest, one on your belly. In through the nose for a count of 4, out through the mouth for a count of 6. Slow, not deep. Whisper, peace first. Scan your body from crown to toes. Name one place of ease, even if it is small. Say out loud, I am safe enough to choose, not to freeze, enough to choose. If you are in a car, pull over if you can. If you are in a store, stop walking. If you are at a screen, look away to the far wall. For 60 seconds, time it. You are not wasting a minute, you are buying back years of reactive decisions. Add 3 anchors to your day to keep the stress signal low before it spikes. Morning, before you open any app, breathe 3 slow cycles and write 1 sentence that orders the day. The one revenue action I will take is midday, a standing reset, shoulders down, jaw soft, 3 slow exhales longer than inhales, a glass of water, then 1 small task done with full attention. Evening, no finance talk or bank app for the last 30 minutes before sleep, not avoidance, protection. Night magnifies lack, day returns proportion. You will feel immature for needing this. You are not. You are rebuilding a nervous system that can carry favor without dropping it. While we deactivate, we also prohibit 3 behaviors that keep the stress signal screaming. No math while flooded. If your breath is high, your numbers will lie. No yes in the first 60 seconds. To any financial ask, if someone needs you urgently, they can need you in 90 seconds too. No purchases while you are standing or driving. Sit to spend. Stillness clarifies. Chosen one, take 1 slow breath. Slow, not deep. The room already feels different. That difference is not imaginary, it is measurable. When peace returns to your body, your brain reopens pathways that were offline. Memory, pattern detection, The creative spark that sees 3 options where panic saw 1. This is stage 2. Reactivate recognition. Recognition is the frequency you were born with, the one that noticed what others missed, that could feel timing, that could name open doors without needing 10 confirmations. Childhood clarity. The world dimmed it with hurry and shame, but I have kept it in you. When calm rests, recognition wakes. It often feels subtle but precise, like a thought that lands with weight, a name that surfaces without force, a nudge to call at 10:10 instead of noon, a knowing to bring a document you usually forget. Do not despise subtle. Subtle is how I slip answers into crowded rooms. Here is what recognition looks like in your practical life. You remember a skill you ignored because it felt too small. Meal planning that saves $80 a week. Copy editing that brings in 2 clients. Braiding hair that becomes weekend income. Translation that shortens someone else's timeline and funds your own. You see a better schedule. Grouping errands to one day. Moving your most valuable work to the morning hour, when your mind is clearest. Shifting due dates to align with deposits, so late fees stop stealing. You negotiate instead of accept. You ask for the hardship program. You request the fee to be reconsidered. You say, what would it take to keep this account in good standing while honoring my real numbers? You ask for help without shame. The neighbor you carpool with, the aunt who loves budgeting, the friend who knows a hiring manager. You apply for the thing you delayed because you were braced and could not imagine saying yes. You hit submit on the certification, the part-time role that matches your gifting, the grant you bookmarked, the marketplace listing for the gear you do not use. Recognition is not always a check in the mail. Often it is the right sentence at the right moment that saves you 3 bills and opens 1 door. To train recognition, we institute a daily recognition drill. 3 minutes. Set a timer. Close your eyes, breathe slow, not deep. Ask, what door opened today? Wait, do not analyze. Let the first small door come to mind. Write it. I saw an email from a former client. I noticed a fee I can call about. I felt peace to cancel a subscription. Then ask, what step can I take in 10 minutes or less? Write it, take it, seal with 1 line of gratitude. Thank you for subtle and precise. In the evening, a second drill. Scan the day for 3 moments you were led. A parking space that saved time, a phrase in a meeting that shifted tone, a child's question that revealed what they needed instead of what you were about to buy. Write them. This is not journaling as performance. This is pattern training. Heaven leaves fingerprints. Your eyes learn faster when your hand records what they see. I am guarding you from condemnation while you practice. Hear me carefully. You did not miss the blessing because you are lazy or unworthy. You missed the opening because your system was lit like an alarm. That is not moral failure. That is an overwhelmed body doing what overwhelmed bodies do. I am not shaming you for it. I am fathering you through it. I restore what bracing hid. I bring back what panic pushed out of frame. The moment you choose sequence, pause, then perceive, you are already inside a different outcome. Because I love you with precision, I am setting exact choices for the next 7 days. Think of this as a covering for your decisions while recognition strengthens. For 7 days, you will avoid no new subscriptions, trials, or financing offers, even if they look small or free. No money conversations by text after 7 p.m. If a message arrives, reply, "I will review in the morning." No checking the bank app within 30 minutes of waking or in the last 30 minutes before bed. No yes in the first 60 seconds to any money-related ask. If pressed, say, "I will respond tomorrow at 10. No purchases while your body is moving. Sit, breathe, then choose. No budgeting within earshot of sleeping children. Protect their pillows from your planning. No shame phrases. I should be further. I always mess this up. We're behind forever. Replace with, we are in order. We are moving. For 7 days you will do the 60-second pause ritual before opening bills, apps, or committing to anything financial. 3 breath sets daily, morning, midday, evening, slow, not deep, paired with 1 sentence of order. A 15-minute Esther table each morning or night. Plan 2 actions in peace. 1 revenue generating, 1 leak closing. 1 favor call to a provider to request mercy. Due date shift, fee review, hardship plan. Script it, read it, breathe as you dial. Cancel 3 autopays you do not use or cannot explain. If the login is lost, that is confirmation. Activate 1 ignored skill for income. Send 2 messages offering it with clear terms and a calm tone. No apologizing for charging. Apply to 1 opportunity you delayed. A job, a grant, a listing, a course that advances a skill with a clear return. Prepare 2 low-cost, high-dignity meals this week and name them covered at the table so children hear the language of provision. Practice the unity ritual before any numbers talk if partnered. If solo, do it with me. Hand on heart, we are on the same side 3 times. Realign 1 due date to match your income's arrival. Ask kindly. Many will say yes to calm. Block 1 90-minute focus session for the task that moves money or reduces cost. Phone in another room. Timer on. Breathe at the start. Place a note by your wallet or card. Peace first. Touch it before you pay. Chosen one, take a slow breath. Slow, not deep. Feel how this is not theory, it is order. When you deactivate the stress signal, your field of view widens. When you reactivate recognition, favor has something to land on. Your calm voice, your timely question, your remembered skill, your accurate schedule. Do not be surprised when small obediences stack into visible relief. A fee removed here, a ride shared there, an invoice paid on time, a new client from an old relationship, a sense that you are not drowning, but steering. This is me guiding you, not shaming you. This is me restoring your ability to recognize, not just pray. You will still pray, but prayer will be paired with perception. You will feel the difference in your body and see the difference in your mailbox. Calm first, then clarity. Sequence is mercy. Stay with me inside it. Breathe now. Slow, not deep. Tomorrow we continue. Today you have enough to practice. And as you practice, watch how doors appear that were always there, waiting for your peace to arrive so they could open. Chosen one, stay with me. Slow, not deep. We are going to be precise because you do not have time for vague improvement. This is the 7-day protection protocol for parents. Protection is a practice. When you move in order for 7 days, you stop bleeding energy and you start recognizing my provision. This is not performance. This is how we cover the home while the numbers are still shifting and teach your children what safety feels like even before every line item changes. First, what not to do. For 7 days, you will not panic text anyone for money. Not at 10 p.m., not at 6 a.m., not with apologies stacked like interest. Panic texting hires shame as your messenger, and it spends your voice before we use it for a wiser ask. If a true emergency arises, breathe, then call in calm. But panic is not permission, not this week. You will not agree to predatory terms. No payday loans. No buy now, pay forever that slices your future into shards. No overdraft protection that is just expensive permission to fall further. No just this once financing that hides the cost in the glow of instant relief. If the terms feel like pressure, they are not provision. If your breath rises and a clock appears in your head, delay. Kairos does not need your adrenaline. it needs your attention. You will not make emotional purchases to manage a feeling that would pass with breath and water. Not at the drive-thru because the day was hard. Not at the cart because the ad said, "You deserve it. You deserve peace." Purchase it with silence and sequence. Feed the house with wisdom, not with quick sugar for the nervous system. If a child's disappointment rises, you will honor it with presence, not with a swipe. Tears are not invoices, they are weather. You can shelter them without buying another storm. You will not announce your fear to your children as if it is their burden to carry. You will not say, "We are broke. We can't afford anything. Everything is falling apart. Don't ask me for anything." Do not place your midnight on their morning. Fear, spoken that way, cements in them what you are unlearning. Speak truth without terror, direction without dread. You will not fight about money within earshot of sleeping children. Their pillows should not absorb your planning. If a conversation heats, pause. Place a hand on your chest, one on your belly. Slow, not deep. Whisper, "We are on the same side." Schedule the rest. You are not avoiding, you are covering. You will not compare your parenting to a feed curated by algorithms that do not pay your bills. You will not give your peace to the illusion that someone else's kitchen is proof of your lack. Comparison is a thief. Do not give it your keys. Now, what to do instead? For 7 days, one slow breath before every decision. Slow, not deep. In through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 6. Whisper, peace first. This is your law, this is your gate. You will be surprised how many needs dissolve after 40 seconds of oxygen. Write the actual numbers down once per day, not 10 times, not in 20 tabs, on paper or a single note. What came in, what must go out, what can wait. One line that names today's move, then put it away. Obsessive checking is not stewardship. It is stress rehearsing scarcity. We are not rehearsing fear anymore. We are rehearsing clarity. Choose one focused action each day that increases stability. One call to request mercy or negotiate a due date. One application submitted. One leak canceled. One invoice sent. One side skill offered clearly to 2 people. One boundary communicated to a loved one. Just one. The daily one will outproduce the weekly spiral. Home covering actions. In the morning, speak peace in the rooms, not theatrics. 10 soft seconds at each doorway. Peace belongs here. Wisdom leads this day. Provision is at our door. If you forget, speak it over the sink while you rinse a cup. Heaven is not grading your performance. I am training your atmosphere. At the table, bless the food and the plan. If resources are stretched, name the stretching with honor. This is a covered meal. Look your children in the eyes and say, "We are guided and provided for." Not denial, direction. They will begin to borrow your words when fear visits them. Before bed, bless each child. Even if they are older, even if they roll their eyes, bless them. A hand on a shoulder, a whisper. I bless your sleep, your thoughts, your future. You are safe. You are loved. You are provided for. The body hears what the spirit believes. Night sets the frequency for morning. You are writing faith into their nervous systems. Relational alignment. Schedule one calm conversation with your spouse or co-parent. Put it on the calendar. 15 to 30 minutes, phones away. Start with breath. Slow, not deep. Begin with we. We are on the same side. Ask for partnership, not penance. Say, here is the one outcome we want this week. Agree on one boundary together. 1. No purchases above an amount without a check-in. No bank app before coffee. No decisions after 9 p.m. No shaming language in this house. Seal it with the unity ritual. Hands on hearts. We are on the same side 3 times. If you are parenting solo, do it with me. The covenant stands. I am with you at the table. because order loves a map, I am giving you a simple 7-day arc, not as weight, as wings. Day 1, stabilize the breath and write the numbers. 1 page, 1 move. Cancel 1 leak that is obvious. Speak peace over the rooms. Day 2, make the mercy call. Script your ask. Breathe as you dial. After, play with your child for 10 undistracted minutes. The house needs joy as much as math. Day 3, activate 1 ignored skill. Send 2 calm, clear messages, offering it with a boundary around time and price. Dinner is covered. Say it out loud. Day 4, apply to 1 opportunity you delayed. Resume sent, form submitted. Then take a short walk with your phone in your pocket and your head up. Let recognition surface. Day 5, realign a due date to match income arrival. Ask kindly. Many will say yes to calm. Bless your children before bed with a specific word. You are creative, you are steady, you find solutions. Day 6, unity and order. If partnered, review the week for 10 minutes, celebrate 3 wins, confirm the 1 boundary. If solo, do it with me. Light a candle at dinner and name what was covered this week. Day 7, Sabbath the nervous system. No bank apps, no budgeting spreadsheets. Take the 3-minute recognition drill morning and night. Gratitude lines written, family walk, or quiet game. Laughter is not expensive, it is protective. Throughout all 7, you will replace dread talk with direction talk. Stop mid-sentence if you feel the old phrases rising. Swap "we can't" with "we will plan." Swap "it's over" with "it's in process." Swap "I'm behind" with "I'm in order." Your mouth sets the house. You are not lying, you are aligning. I know what you fear, that if you loosen your grip for 7 days, it will all fall apart. Listen to me. When you grip from panic, you drop what you meant to hold. When you breathe and order, you keep what matters and see what opens. Your children are not evidence you are behind. They are evidence heaven is moving through you. They will not inherit your fear. They will inherit your faith practiced in a kitchen, in a hallway, at a bedside. They will remember your tone when money was tight and the house stayed soft. Chosen one, take 1 slow breath. Slow, not deep. Feel how the room already shifts when your breath leads, when your mouth agrees, when your steps are simple and exact. This is how provision recognizes your address. Peace at the door, wisdom at the table, blessing in the bedrooms. The mailbox will change, but the house is changing first, and that is the greater miracle. In a moment, we will pray an extended covering over your home. Peace in every room, wisdom in every decision, provision at your threshold, joy in your children's bones. But prayer to be held likes order to sit in. You have it now. Gather the names you carry. If you can, open a window. If not, open your hands. Place 1 hand on your chest and 1 on your home in your mind. Front door, kitchen table, children's pillows. We are about to seal this in my presence. Calm first, then clarity, then covering that remains. Stay with me. Slow, not deep. We pray next. Chosen one, we pray now. Take 1 slow breath. Slow, not deep. 1 hand on your chest, 1 hand open like a door in your lap. Wherever you are, living room, car, break room, beside a sleeping child, I am here, not in theory, in presence. Your breath is the opening, your stillness, the invitation. You are safe enough to receive. You are safe enough to choose. Slow, not deep. Hear me. I am not here to shame. I am here to cover. I am not auditing you. I am anointing you. I am not late to your need. I am present in your now. Let the shoulds fall off your shoulders like a heavy coat you forgot you were wearing. Let the sentence "I am failing" come up into your mouth so we can end it. Say, I renounce the lie that I am failing. Now breathe, slow, not deep. Say, I am faithful, I am carried, I am guided. Again, I am faithful, I am carried, I am guided. One more time, whisper it as if you are speaking to the child you once were. I am faithful, I am carried, I am guided. Your identity is not a balance sheet, it is a belovedness. You are not a condemned worker, you are a trusted steward in my house. I saw you hold fasting and dinner at the same time. I saw you cover tears with your body when you had no words. I am not counting your missteps. I am counting your breaths back into order. You are mine. Peace in the bedrooms. We start there because I start where fear tries to nest. Father, I place my peace upon these pillows. I calm the dreams of your children. I quiet rehearsals of lack that slid into their sleep from conversations they half heard and could not name. In the name of Jesus, I bless their REM and their rising. Night terrors leave. Anxiety rehearsals cease. Let their rooms be sanctuaries of laughter remembered and safety renewed. Let sheets and blankets carry the scent of peace, not panic. I assign angels at their doors. I appoint protection at windows and halls and stairs. Over cribs and twin beds and couches turned beds, I release the word, you are safe, you are loved, you are provided for. Over teenagers who pretend not to need, I thread assurance into their music, into their scrolling, into their plans. Over the child who worries about what they shouldn't know yet, I lift that weight. Over the child with restless legs and racing mind, I lengthen the exhale and lengthen the grace. Peace in the bedrooms. Wisdom at the table. Where decisions are born, where yesterday's fear tries to become tomorrow's plan, I sit with you. I declutter the conversation. I anoint the grocery list with prudence and creativity. I give you eyes to see swaps that preserve dignity and steward resources. I settle your voice so your words shape calm. We are in order. We are moving. I bless the recipes that stretch and still honor, the water that satisfies without shame, the laughter that returns between bites, because joy is not a luxury, it is an armor. Over this table, I decree unity. If married or co-parenting, I cancel accusation and replace it with partnership. If solo, I seat my presence in the empty chair. Say together or with me, we are on the same side. Again, we are on the same side. Unity is not denial of difference. It is alignment of direction. I give you the sentence that softens defenses. I give you the exact time of day to talk. I give you the humility to say, I was braced, I want to be guided. Wisdom at the table. Provision at the door. I station favor at the threshold of your home. I instruct checks to find addresses. I incline hearts of supervisors to see you. I give landlords ears for mercy and eyes for covenant. I open a window with teachers so your child is noticed for their gifting, not judged by their lack. I go before you into offices and inboxes and HR portals. I release emails you thought were lost. I highlight grants you scrolled past. I put your name in rooms you have never entered. I soften systems where policies were written, but mercy still reigns. Provision that arrives and remains. Not a wind that blows through, but a stream that keeps. I do not give so dread can rule. I give so joy can stay. Now we cover the paths between. Over morning commutes, I pray safety. Over seatbelts and brake pads, over crosswalks and bus stops, over carpools and ride shares, over the hands that drive and the eyes that watch. I appoint alertness without anxiety. I lengthen the margin around you on the road. I remove near misses and replace them with steady arriving. Over lunch lines and lockers, I place kindness. Over time cards and badges and logins, I place favor. Over email chains and group chats and supervisor meetings, I place a timing that serves you. I bless daycare workers and teachers with patience for your child. I bless customer service agents to meet a calm voice and answer with unusual latitude. I bless maintenance requests to move up the queue. I bless the one who reads your application to pause long enough to feel the weight of your excellence. Now, provision in practice. I open doors for dignified extra income that does not break your body or your children's spirits. I breathe on the skill you thought too small. Braiding, baking, editing, organizing, translating, tutoring, troubleshooting, driving at favored hours, assembling, consulting. I set right-priced clients in your path. I shield you from those who would drain and not honor. I illuminate one role with better hours, better pay, and better fit. I release interviews that feel like conversations where you are seen. I lower expenses without lowering dignity. I terminate subscriptions you forgot and cannot explain. I reveal leaks you suspected and could not locate. I put your account before the agent who says, "Let me see what I can do," and then actually does it. I schedule your due dates in harmony with your deposits. I remove fees that never blessed you. I stir unexpected help without humiliation. Gift cards slid into your palm with a hug that says, "Seen," a discount offered unasked, a neighbor who says, "We have extra, can we share?" And you receive without apology because I am healing your receiving. I return creativity. I hand you the sentence that closes a sale, the layout that clarifies your offer, the caption that reaches the right eyes, the budget that finally holds because your breath leads it. I give you discipline that is not hard on you, but steady for you. Show up, follow through, little by little greatness that makes deposits and cancels old debts. I give you enjoyment in the work you do now, even as I prepare the work you will do next. Against shame, we take our stand. Comparison, I cancel your assignment. You do not enter this house through screens or conversations or holiday gatherings. Your measuring stick is broken at the threshold. The spirit that says, "I should be further," I break you now. You will not narrate this home. My voice narrates this home. We are in order. We are moving. Generational poverty thinking, the vows that said, "We are just poor people. Money isn't for us. We don't get ahead." I cut them at the root and replace them with my covenant. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not lack what his path requires. I break the agreement with scarcity that made you proud of suffering and suspicious of blessing. You will not sabotage relief because you confuse ease with danger. Ease is not sin. Ease is a season I give so your children can learn the shape of peace. Self-punishment ends here. No more rehearsed berating when a number surprises you. No more whipping your own soul for being tired. Repentance is not self-harm. Repentance is return. Joy is authorized. Laughter without the buzz of guilt is allowed. Dance in the kitchen with an unpaid bill still on the counter because you are not denying, you are defining. Joy is how you keep panic from taking the keys back. I now speak to the marriage, the co-parenting, the friendships that steady you. I release unity, unity that survives difference, unity that chooses sequence, unity that says, we fight fear, not each other. I mute the lie that your partner is your problem. I also give courage where boundaries must be drawn, so chaos stops draining your field. If a person's access is a leak, I hand you the sentence to close it kindly. If reconciliation is possible, I pave the road. If not, I build a fence that protects peace. I bless the hands that help. Grandparents, aunties, neighbors, church family, the friend who drives your child, the boss who lets you leave early with trust. Let them be rewarded. Let them feel seen. Let them know they are part of provision, not your pity narrative. Over spending and contracts, I pour wisdom. Your eyes will see the clause that matters. Your gut will feel the clock of manipulation and you will wait. Your hand will pause at the cart and choose with calm. Sit to spend, breathe to sign. Ask the question that reveals the hidden fee. Request the timeline that aligns with your kairos. You are not afraid to say no, and you are not ashamed to say yes when I open the door. I bless your subscriptions to be few and fruitful. I bless your grocery trips to honor both budget and nutrition. I bless your wardrobe to be put together without pretense. I bless your technology to work when it must and rest when it can. I bless your car to be reliable and your mechanic to be honest. I bless your home to be maintained with surprise help and timely fixes. Chosen one, take one slow breath. Slow, not deep. I am sealing this now. This is not a feeling you must hold with white knuckles. This is a covering I hold over you. I mark the lintel of your door with peace. I mark the table with wisdom. I mark the bedrooms with rest. I mark the mailbox with increase. I mark your calendar with order. I mark your mouth with alignment. I mark your mind with recognition. Calm first, then clarity, then covering that remains. Now agree with me. Whisper, my house is covered. Again, my house is covered. Place your hand on your chest and say, I am faithful, I am carried, I am guided. Place your hand toward your door, even if it is in your imagination, and say, provision, come and remain. Panic, you may not live here. Now touch the table or imagine it and say, wisdom leads. Now imagine the pillows and say, peace belongs here. You are not performing, you are partnering. Heaven honors agreement spoken in quiet rooms. I bless your mornings to begin with order, not dread. I bless your afternoons to carry strength, not slump. I bless your evenings to wind down with gratitude, not spiral. I bless your weekends to reset joy. I bless your inbox to filter nonsense and feature opportunities. I bless your voice to speak with calm authority to customer service, to HR, to your child's teacher, to your own anxious thoughts. I bless your sleep to restore your nervous system so recognition can do its work when the sun rises. I am not leaving when this prayer ends. I am escorting you into the next 7 days with presence that does not blink. This is not a one-night relief. This is a long obedience that becomes your normal. In your car tomorrow, you will feel the same peace land when you breathe slow, not deep. In front of a bill, you will hear the same phrase, peace first. On a call, you will feel dignity rise in your chest. In a grocery aisle, you will sense the difference between want and wisdom without shame. In a conversation with your child, you will notice how your tone writes safety into their bones. Chosen one, this is sealed. By my name, by my blood, by my covenant, by the authority I carry over your story. You will not hand your children fear, you will hand them faith that looks like peace under pressure and wisdom in motion. You will not be seduced by comparison. You will be stabilized by calling. You will not spiral at night. You will sleep in trust. You will not panic spend. You will choose in order. Your home is not a test site for terror. It is a sanctuary for becoming. Take one more slow breath. Slow, not deep. Feel your shoulders lower. Feel your jaw soften. Feel how the room is different because you agreed. That difference is not fragile. It is reinforced every time you breathe before you choose, every time you bless before you budget, every time you replace dread talk with direction talk. Whisper once more so your house learns your new language. My house is covered. It is done. And now, because covered hearts make steady providers, in a moment I will send you back into your life with calm authority and expectancy. Stay with me. Do not rush. Receive the commissioning that fits the covering. Peace at the door. Wisdom at the table. Blessing in the bedrooms. You are carried, you are guided, you are faithful, and you are ready. Chosen one, lift your head. This is the moment I put a mantle on your shoulders that fits the shape of your calling in this house. Not a weight, an authority. Not a performance, an inheritance. You have already moved from the quiet ledger of guilt into the regulated field of peace. You have already stood at door 2 and watched shame exit your rooms. You have felt the covering stretch over decisions, relationships, and the little leaks that used to drain you. You have begun to hear what you could not hear before, the soft cues of recognition that point to provision you once missed. I am not announcing a future theory. I am acknowledging a journey already in motion. Foundation first, peace first, then alignment, then covering, then recognition. And now you are being commissioned to carry what you just received every day without collapsing when Chronos raises its voice. Slow, not deep. Breathe with me once more. The provider's heart I give you is not a wallet. It is a way. It is the way your presence orders a room before any number changes. It is the way your voice sets the thermostat of your home's nervous system. It is the way you bless before you budget, the way you listen before you sign, the way you pause before you purchase, the way you choose in sequence so nothing fragile must be faked. You will not be bribed by urgency or bullied by comparison. You will move as one who is entrusted with a pattern. Calm first, then clarity, then covering that remains. Your children will live under that pattern, and it will write faith into their bones. I want you to see what I see. Years from now, they will not recall every brand you bought or every coupon you stacked. They will not measure you by the number of entertainment tickets or the inches on a television. They will remember atmosphere. They will remember the kitchen light on at 6 a.m. and the way your breath steadied the morning. They will remember the sentence you repeated when a late notice arrived. Peace first. We move in order. They will remember being heard, not hushed, and being hugged, not hurried. They will remember that when the shoe sole split, you knelt and fixed what could be fixed and blessed what could not, and nobody had to perform despair to be taken seriously. They will remember that your tone did not shatter when a number surprised you. They will remember laughter in rooms where panic used to live. And when the world tries to sell them fear dressed as wisdom, they will have a countersound inside them that says, no, I know what covering feels like. I know what provision sounds like. I watched faith choose calmly. I ate at a table where wisdom led. Chosen one, I am giving you one last warning wrapped in mercy, because I protect what I commission. Fear will attempt to rush you back into old patterns. It will arrive with clocks and headlines and other people's urgency. When it does, do not argue with it. Do not bargain. Pause. Return to door one. Peace first. Sit if you can. One hand on your chest. One slow breath. Slow, not deep. Say, I am carried. I am guided. Then move to door two. No shame in this house. Evict its sentences mid-thought if you must. Then door three. Cover the home, protect decisions, protect relationships, seal the leaks. Only then ask and act. Sequence matters. The cost of breaking order is not punishment. It is protective consequence to keep you from misrecognition. I will not let panic decorate your decisions. I love you too much. I will always reopen the first door when you breathe. That is my mercy. Use it. Now receive the commissioning. I commission your eyes to recognize provision without suspicion and to spot counterfeits without fear. I commission your ears to discern timing. Chronos shouting will not drown out Kairos whispering. I commission your mouth to release direction talk that sets your home, to negotiate with dignity, to ask with calm, to bless with authority. I commission your hands for steady work, not frantic toil, for picking up what is yours and putting down what is not. I commission your boundaries to hold without hardness, and your yes to land in the exact assignments that honor both calling and children. I commission your calendar to carry order and your budget to mirror your breath. Longer exhale, slower spend. I commission your nights for restoration and your mornings for recognition. I commission your car as a small sanctuary, your table as a wisdom well, your entryway as a gate of favor. I appoint you thermostat, not thermometer. You will set the climate, you will not be set by it. Because covenants like to be sealed, I will ask you to agree in a simple act. Type, my house is covered. Not for me, for you. Let your own eyes see what your heart has already decided. And because I do not waste compassion, if someone came to mind in this moment, a face, a name, a home, share this with them. Do not explain it, just place it. That someone did not surface by accident. I am trying to calm another home tonight, and I move through those who have just been covered. Chosen one, place your hand on your heart again. Slow, not deep. Hear me without noise. I am with you in this. You are not alone. You are not late. You are loved, and you will be provided for. You will not hand your children fear. You will hand them faith that looks like peace under pressure and wisdom in motion. Your home will be covered. Your heart will be calm. Your steps will be ordered. Your provision will be recognized and received without shrinking your joy. And when waves show their teeth, you will remember the sequence and you will choose it again, and the wave will find nothing loose to carry away. Go now, not rushed, commissioned, peace at the door, wisdom at the table, blessing in the bedrooms, recognition in your mornings, dignity in your voice, favor at your threshold. The window is open, but you are not racing it. You are walking in it. This is not fragile. This is covenant. This is covered, and you are ready.